The man noticed that his flight number was 1015. That was also his birthday. Even stranger, the plane was delayed and now scheduled to take off at 10:15. These coincidences made him feel uneasy. He looked around the cabin, then sat down in his seat. There, he noticed a small radio. It was playing a story about a plane crash. The story was about Flight 1015. The voice on the radio said that after takeoff, it would begin to rain. 1 hour later, the plane would lose contact. At first, the man thought it was just a strange coincidence. But once the plane took off, it really started to rain. The radio kept playing. Next, it said the plane would hit a flock of birds. The man started to feel nervous. Then the plane suddenly shook. It startled him. He began to wonder if the radio story was actually true. He pressed the call button and asked the flight attendant if the plane had hit birds. The attendant looked confused and just told him to rest. As soon as she walked away, a man beside him spoke. He said he used to be a pilot. He warned the man that if a plane was really in danger, the passengers would never be told. This made the man even more uneasy. He put on his headphones and kept listening. The radio said the plane would disappear at 11:15. Before that, the captain would say, "Good night." Then, the pilot's voice came over the intercom. He said the plane was about to enter a storm. The man began to sweat. Everything the radio said was coming true. He searched the cabin, trying to think of a way to stop the crash. But he had no idea what to do and felt more and more panicked. Then the radio said he had to warn the captain. If not, the plane would vanish in the storm. The man rushed to tell the captain, but the captain did not believe him. He thought the man had mental issues. Suddenly, the man had an idea. If the captain would not listen, maybe the co-pilot could replace him. He could land the plane and stop the disaster. At that moment, the man noticed the number 1015 glowing on the radio screen. He guessed it might be the cockpit door code. The co-pilot brought the man an oxygen mask and said they needed to lower cabin oxygen. That way, all the passengers would fall asleep and not panic. To his shock, the cockpit code really was 1015. Right after that, a fight broke out inside the cockpit. Soon, the oxygen level in the cabin dropped. All the passengers passed out. The man put on his mask and walked toward the cockpit. But just then, the co-pilot said, "Good night, New York." The man froze. He finally realized the truth. The person who was making the plane disappear was the co-pilot. And now, he had become part of the disaster.